Yo guys, what's up? This is Ghost. Today is going to be a video on Green King. So this Green King, for all global players who are doubting him and if he's good or not at all. So this is going to be where we're going to have to worry about having King on a team like this, for example. I'm going to switch up, yeah, I'm going to put Merlin on here just in case, because I do want to see if Merlin would be better for this. Gonna give her the gear as well, and then we're gonna get started with this. So Green King, he's actually pretty good. Hold on, I need to give someone here. So let me see. So Green King, he's actually really valuable for this specific Grey Demon. So the Grey Demon will be coming out in the next update for Global. It should be whenever you beat Chapter 6 is when you should unlock it. So basically this unit is going to be one of the best units for this specific raid. And I want to show you guys this raid just because it'd be easier for you guys to understand it once the game actually updates to this. Now Green King, he is a powerhouse with this because you want to focus more on him with his Pierce rating, because his, well, more Pierce rates as well as crit damage, because his crit chance is going to be really good, especially because of his passive. So right here, for example, he's already going to go ahead and get the chance to do that. I moved the wrong card, unfortunately. So let's just do that, and then let's just attack with King real quick. I moved the wrong card on accident, because sometimes the phone is slow. But you'll even see, like, let's see what my partner can do. 57,000, that's not bad. 32k, not bad at all. That's, okay, let's see what happens right here. 10,000, 20,000, not bad. So King, you really want to make sure that he has really good gear for this. So it's up to you. You can do attack and defense if you want him to do really good damage, and then to have some crit chance for him. So the more he has, the better he will do. But his crit damage, because of his spike, which is one of his attacks, like extra piece to it. Let's do this boost. Let's do that, and then let's move these cards around. We're trying to get ults for all these units, but what his first card does as a rank 3 is that it inflicts spike damage equal to 400% of the attack on one enemy. So one good thing about that is that spike is a 2x crit damage increase, which is really good, because then that means your King will do a lot of damage from that. And then another thing is his second attack is going to be a 3-star as well. Okay, so we can do an ult right here. Should we? Let's just see. Okay, but his card itself, so his 3-star for his second skill is going to inflict ruin damage equal to 400% of attack on one enemy, and ruin increases damage dealt by 20% per debuff on the target and removes debuffs after. So let's just ult with this. Let's just ult and get rid of those cards right now, and then let's go ahead and we're gonna move cards around. We're gonna try getting King's cards all the way up, and then just see if we can get his ult as well. So this is one, of course, they're gonna heal together, which is really good. So this King, let's see, his friend one did 113,000 for a 2-star. So you can see, like, even our friend that's helping us right now is super good for that as well. So one good thing to note is that when you do ult with King, his ultimate is crazy. So what it does is that it ignores resistance. So that's one big thing about this. So right here, you're gonna see that he has a shield up. So let's just go. Okay, so he has his ult. I only have my normal ult, so let's just do that, and let's just do all King cards just to see. So let's just see how much his ult is gonna do. I'm not too sure on how much my ult would do because I don't have the combo attack. So it did 199,000. So let's just see what mine would do. I probably would do less just because I don't have the extra boost. So yeah, 99,000. It's not bad, but I mean, you can see, like, the partner, he can still do a lot of damage from that. So then King himself, you definitely want to make sure that he has a lot of crit on him, because that's the basic way he's going to do a lot of damage. So let's move cards around. Okay, so now you see, like, the good thing about this thing is once you have his defense off, you can literally ult him and it will just be done, like, easily. Like, you don't even have to worry about this anymore. You can just do any kind of cards, move them around. And when you have units like this strong, like Escanor, for example, and King together, that's a powerhouse basically. But just to explain, like, this unit you definitely do want, like, King is super good for this specific raid. So I would definitely invest more into him once the raid does come out. I think the raid should come out in maybe a couple weeks at most. I'd say like a week and a half or 2 weeks when they do the update for the new chapters, and the new chapters will give us the chapter 6, and that's where the Great Demon is spawned. So that's basically King right there. Quick and simple video. I didn't want to make it too long or anything like that. But I will talk about this unit just in case if you guys didn't understand how this unit works. So we're going to go ahead and switch to GC database, and we'll talk about it from there. So this king right here, for example, this is going to be, of course, one of the better units to have on this actual raid. You can also run another unit. You can run Meliodas on here. The reason why I'm saying that is because you can do full counter, but only use his full counter whenever the actual demon is on the ground and not flying. Because when you actually look at it, so when you read this part right here, I'll leave, of course, all the websites in the description below. So basically this right here, when you do a rank 3 full counter ready for the turn the Grey Demon is landing, then you'll do some pretty good damage because he's going to attack you regardless. But the thing to know is that after 3 turns the Grey Demon will land, so make sure to keep that in mind. So do not put any full counters up until he is fully on the ground. So couple units you could run on this team is actually this right here. Now actually this is the teams you could be running. So one good thing to know is that since you have a partner that you play with, you have to know what team they're running too. So if you see that specific team they're running, you kind of have to switch it in and out with this one. So with this unit right here, Hellbrum and Gil Thunder, you can have them both on the same team. So the thing is, you can't stack these things, but they're basically deep. They're support units to give you boosts. So Gil Thunder and then Hellbrum right here. So they both do the same exact thing. So you can see Fairy Wind increases attack related stats of all allies by 15%, but 3-star does 30% for 3 turns. Gil Thunder does all allies by 60% for 3 turns. So it's basically the same thing for the boost. Now the thing is, you can actually stack those together if you have Hellbrum, or if you have if you have Hellbrum or Gil Thunder and the other partner, your partner has either Hellbrum or Gil Thunder, just vice versa, kind of switch it on and off, whichever one you have. You can boost this up, and that's going to give Green King the biggest boost ever for him to do a lot of damage. So you can run these two for sure. Another unit you can have in the back of your team will be Kane. Kane is really good to have in your 4th slot because he increases all allies attack related stats by 10% in deathmatch. That's all he's there for, and that's all we're going to say about him, so we're going to go ahead and close that out. Gother, he's really good to have because he's good for ranking up your skills, and of course you always want to make sure that your partner has Gother. If he does, then you want to rank up the 2-star and 3-stars only, never a 1-star, unless if they do a 2-star first and then you only have a 1-star. You can do that because the 2-star from their side will rank up your 1-star anyway, and then your 1-star will be a 2-star. 2-star would turn into a 3-star. If that makes sense for all the cards, hopefully that makes sense. I don't want to make it confusing, but you can basically do it that way as well. But he's only there for the actual rank up, so don't expect him to do any kind of damage or expect him to do anything more than that. So we're going to get Gother out of the way now. Now we're going to talk about, we already talked about Gil Thunder and Hellbrum. They're there for the attack related boosts, which of course that's going to be Fairy Wind and that's going to be Lightning Power. Always try to do 3-star if possible, so make sure to do that as well. Have that for sure on this team to do a lot of damage. Now we're going to talk about Meliodas. Of course, he's only good for full countering, but that's only when the demon is on the ground. So make sure he lands on the ground first with his feet on the ground. Once he is there, then do a 3-star full counter. The Grey Demon will most likely hit you, and you'll do some pretty great damage. Now, he is only a substitute for Green King because Green King is literally made for this raid. Meliodas is like just another character you can use and just hope for the best with him. Now Merlin, she's really good because one thing is that she has a passive of Ferris samples, which fills the ultimate gauge of all allies by 1 orb at the start of battle. So you already start with 1 extra orb, and which is really good to get your ultimate faster. Good thing is also is her perfect cube. This creates a barrier around all allies equal to 375% of attack for 2 turns, and barrier absorbs damage taken. So basically it's just like an additional defense like barrier basically. So a defense barrier, which is really good to have. So she's good for that reason. She does some pretty good damage as well as she takes away ultimate gauges, so that's one good thing to know about her first attack. But for global, currently she won't be out. I don't know when she will be, but when she does, I definitely say have her. She's a really good unit regardless, so just keep in mind that she won't be out for global currently yet, but the update could probably bring her out, so hopefully we'll see just how it goes. So that's her out of the way, and now we're going to talk about King on the final stage. So King right here, he increases crit chance by 10% per each ultimate move gauge on his bar, and then increases by an additional 50% if it is completely filled. So if he's full all the way, then this first skill 3-star is going to do some insane damage. But his crit damage is 150%, and then I believe his pierce rate, yeah, so his pierce rate says 20% here. Let me see. All right, so I checked both websites. The pierce rate on this website says 20, and the pierce rate on GC database says 40. So I'm actually gonna go with GC database just because I know it's a lot more reliable and more updated. So I'm gonna follow this one just to make sure. So I'm gonna just close out of that one. But it was still the same on the other things as well. But for this part right here, so these are the base stats. You can see that pierce rate is 40%, and then you have a crit damage of 150%, which is really good. So you want to make sure that those two can get some pretty good boosts from there, and which of course when you use this unit, he gets an additional 2x crit damage increase with his first skill. His second skill is Ruin, which increases damage dealt by 20% per debuff on the target and removes debuffs, which is really good as well. And then of course if you have associated with certain characters, you can get an additional pierce rate boost. So right here you can see if you have a lane with him or you have bond with him, you'll get the additional pierce boost, which is good, or DN seems like it, as well as an additional defense boost, which is really good as well. So that's good to know, just to make sure that you can have a pretty good team for the Great Demon. But knowing that King is the best unit for it, make sure to UR him level 60, and at least level 60. He's pretty good at level 60, or you can do level 70 later on when the cap goes up, because right now cap is 65. But then his ultimate is Shatter, which is inflicts shatter damage to equal to 420% of the attack on all enemies for just his self. That's it. Then if you do the cross shooting, it should be inflicts shattering damage equal to 480% of attack on all enemies, and that's only the one SA 1 out of 6. You can do SA 6 out of 6, which is going to multiply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 720%, which is going to be a really big deal for this King. So just keep in mind that you can do some pretty good damage with this unit. So just make sure if you have him, just work on him a little bit. He's worth it in the end. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you guys did enjoy, drop a like onto today's video. If you guys are excited for more Grand Cross videos, let me know in the comments below. If you have any kind of questions that you guys haven't gotten answered in my other videos, just comment down below. I'll try to get you back onto that. Just hopefully I can comment below on everyone's comment, because there's a lot. There is a lot. There's a lot of support on the channel lately, and I appreciate all of that. We're close to hitting 10K subs. I'm pretty sure we'll hit it by the time this video is up, so I appreciate every single one of you for the support, and we'll keep on going with that. But have a great day, guys.